Hey guys, Bruce with Wannabe Free. I thought I'd come out here to the van and do a check. I know some of you are new subscribers and some of you have been around watching my channel for a little while. So let me just give you a real quick recap. I built a stealth camper van, started it just about a year ago, and we've used it for a few trips. And I have two 12-volt batteries, deep cycle batteries, installed in the van in a battery box. So what I'm going to do is go in and just have a look and inspect the batteries. They're deep cycle lead acid batteries, so they need to be check the fluid in them, the acid in the water, and do that from time to time. I've looked at them a couple of times since I've installed them in the van, but it's been a while. So I thought I'd pull the top of the battery box off and pop the caps off the batteries and check them out and see what it looks like, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. It's been just about almost exactly 1 year since I finished the van or built the van, and it's definitely time to have a look. They've been charging on solar power, strictly solar power, since I put them in. So let's have a look. Here's the back of the van. Got the bed lifted up there, and if I can get my camera mounted here, set this down, and then I'm going to pull the top of the box off. I have what is there, 12 3 6 9 yeah, 12 quarter 20 screws, and I'm going to use an electric drill to take the screws out. Hopefully I can get this on video. I need to climb up in here, and at least you'll see some of it. I may speed this up so it's not boring for you, but pull these screws off and check out the batteries. Alright, yeah, the seal came off pretty well. And there's the batteries. So just kind of looking down in here to see if I see any problems or any fluid. And I know it's kind of dark for you guys, but I can see in there pretty well. I've got a pan below the battery. Maybe you can see it right down in there, to catch any acid if they boil over or something, and that all looks good. So now I'm going to take the caps off and then have a look down in each cell of each battery. So there's two 12-volt 106 amp hour batteries, if you guys can read that label there. And these are actually dual purpose batteries, Duralast from AutoZone. Anyway, let's have a look and see. They'll typically sit at about 13.4 volts when the sun is up, which is pretty good. Of course, they're being charged from the solar. Alright, see if I can get this camera set back up. You're probably not going to be able to see much, but I'm going to pull the caps off. There we go. And then look in there. So let me get my screwdriver. My screwdriver and a rag, and get these caps off. Oh yeah, those look good. plenty of fluid in both of those. Now, some of you that might be new to the channel could be wondering why I went with lead acid instead of AGM batteries. So if you haven't watched all my videos when I was building the battery box and putting this all together, the reason I went with these two batteries is because I already had them. I didn't want to go spend another $600 to $800 or whatever for a couple of AGM batteries. And that's the reason I built the box, so I could have these batteries vented to the outside of the van. I've got exit and down in the bottom inlet for air, and they go out those two hoses out the side of the van, and then the box is completely sealed. So I figured, since I already had the batteries, I'll just put them in here and build a box. And that's what I did. And so far, again, it's been a year. Let's have a look and see. They all look good. Those 6 look good, and then this battery looking good. No liquid at all in the bottom there. Everything just looks good. The caps and the bottom of the lid, I took a piece of foam and built this lid up a little bit so that I could bring the top of the lid right to the top of this, and then all that gas will just go right out and exit outside the van, and it's out. It looks good to go. So again, let me put the camera back down if I can get it set up, and we'll put the caps back on, and then put the lid back on. Good to go. 1 year success. So for those of you who've been watching or have been curious about how this battery box is working out, how these lead acid batteries been holding up, so far so good after 12 months in the van. Got no corrosion on any of the connections, and we're good to go. All right, fit the lid back on there and get it screwed down, and the seal all looks good all the way around, so I don't have to replace any of it this time. Here's the tricky part, getting it set back down there and get those holes all lined up. Actually, it's not that tough. I just wanted to make it sound like it's difficult, but it is not. All right, there we go. And I usually kind of get them all started by hand. These nylon 1/4 bolts go down into some metal blind nuts that are mounted in the top rim of the battery box. And as you guys can see, I have my good clothes on today with the big hole in my elbow, and I just didn't want to wear anything nice in case I get battery acid on it, so obviously it's not very nice. There you go, guys. That's all there is to it. Batteries are good to go. They've been charging fine, putting out good power, venting well. I haven't had any issues with the venting process. Give you another shot of the vents as they go outside the van there. Completely sealed off so far. I haven't really driven in any rain, but I haven't had any problems with any water coming through the vents back into the box. And there you go, guys. So lead acid saves some money if you want to, and you can build yourself a box. It's a lot of extra work, but they work fine. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you later.